today's video, I wanted to show you what I have in my vintage sewing box and also show you some of my fabrics. I got this box at an antique store. I loved the avocado green color. It's made by Wilson Manufacturing Company. I think it's from the 60s or 70s. Mine has a little bit of wear on it, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be perfect. I love it. So let's see what's inside. So inside, I thought this was cool. This tray has all these different compartments, and each compartment is labeled on the plastic what you're supposed to put there. So here I have some thread, light blue polyester thread, and I also have some white thread that's on my machine right now. These are extra bobbins. If you don't sew, you put thread on that and put it in your machine, and you have a top thread and a bottom thread, and this provides the bottom thread. This is my flexible tape measure. These are some pins, and then I also have some buttons here. I got these from Joanne Fabrics in one of their closing sales. They look kind of vintage to me with the packaging. They're just mustard yellow buttons. I don't know what I'll do with them. I need to actually learn how to sew a button. But I'm bummed that Joann's is closing because they had such a great selection of fabric and they were everywhere, and it just feels like a loss. And then these are extra needles for my machine. And I think that's all I have up here. So you can take the tray out. And then there's the second layer. So in here I have elastic because I was making some scrunchies. I have the classic tomato pin cushion. Sorry if you can hear my partner walking around. We have very squeaky floors in this house. This is some ribbon, white ribbon. And I have some, that's gonna make a sound if I pull it out, so let's pull other stuff out. My rotary cutter. And my fabric scissors. And what else? Oh, I have a couple of these seam gauges to help you set your, what is that called? Seam allowance. And then this is the other ribbon that I have. It's this polka dot green. And then this is just extra parts for my sewing machine. And the instructions and handbook for it. Sorry if you can hear my partner banging around, but I've already filmed this video 3 times and I'm not doing it again. Oops, sorry. Okay, so closing sale. Some fat quarters. I have a couple project ideas in mind for these, but I thought that this funny cat pattern, I just thought that these went kind of well together. And then the strawberries. And then gingham to go with it. They're just cotton, 100% cotton. I love this one, so pretty. And then I have this. This is flannel. It's soft. I love this floral and butterflies pattern. I'm not quite sure yet what I will use this for. I got quite a lot of it because it was on sale. I think I would like to turn it into pajama pants or something else. Well, TBD. Do you guys love fabric sounds? This is another thing I don't miss about Joann's, is I used to get ASMR when I would go in there because it was so quiet. They never played any music, and you would just, and it was quiet because of all the fabric, and you would just hear, like, especially if they were putting away the bolts of fabric or like cutting the fabric. Oh, so calming. Maybe I can do a fabric sounds video someday. I also have, sorry about that traffic noise, cotton floral pattern. I'm gonna use this for a few things I have in mind, but I love this floral pattern. I made a throw pillow in a very similar pattern, so maybe I'll make another to go with that. And then this beautiful striped cotton. I love this. I think I want to turn it into an apron, but we'll see. It could be used for anything. This was in the baby section of Joann's, but I just thought that it was so pretty. Kind of preppy. So I got a bunch of those. Then these. I have two of these. These are curtains from my old house. They came with the house. I did not buy them. And I liked them, so I kept using them as curtains. And then when we moved, I took them with me because I figured I could definitely use this for something. They're just white cotton. I think they're cotton. They're just basic white cotton curtains, but I think I could use this for a lot, and I have tons of this fabric now. And it was free, so definitely going to be using this for something. this video